Bank account information.
Stop doing that.
Why did he say that? Please, sir, can I have some more?
Are you sure about that?
Stop.
What the? Sure.
What is going on?
Something's wrong. I can't.
What is happening in there? Are you caught?
If your name starts with an M, this is for you.
Oh no.
What's happening?
What was I gonna do with that? Wait, what did I say?
It's ADHD! He has ADHD!
No! Get out of there!
Yo, he has ADHD.
You good?
Oh, he started gargling. Wait, is that true? Do people with ADHD think like that? Like just random shit all the time? Like, no way that's true, bro. That's gotta be a me. You said some of us do? Ain't no way, bro. That's where art comes from? What do you mean? Wait, you telling me right now when you're just quiet, your brain is just not like silent, it's just not like right now, look, if I stop, silence. You telling me that y'all got shit still going on in y'all head? Like, what do you mean it's constant? You telling me y'all stop moving and your brain is still on some, hey, like, and y'all can't turn it off? I could turn that shit off. Nah, bro. Nah, dude. I could turn it off. You said good for you? You said you acting like we're the weird ones. Bro, you telling me that when y'all sitting down in a silent moment, y'all still just...
Okay, here's the other way around. Link.
No, Tainted. I am tired of the fucking... You telling me Jack and Daxter sees Ratchet and Clank now?
You don't understand how
Guys,
lucky
I have
you
a
are.
problem.
Thank God every day that you're not like us. You bitch ass MF, yeah, I'm salty.
What? You said you don't understand how lucky you are. Thank God every day that you're not like us, bitch. You ass motherfucker, yeah, I'm salty. Nah, bro, like I need like an elaboration on that shit. Like I gotta really understand what ADHD is. Look up videos? Alright, man. Now I gotta like, okay, I'm gonna type down what is ADHD.
I'll explain this for you from my point of view. Whenever I go for a jog, in my head, I think about what I want to draw next. How much did I spend today? What was that one song I listened to 4 weeks ago? I should see how my grandma is doing. My teeth make a funny sound when I grind them. How much shampoo do I have left at home? I think about all of that in the span of 3 minutes.
But isn't that just thinking? Because when I jog too, right? Like if I'm doing something and then I'm just thinking. Sometimes that just happens. You could just think about random stuff like, I should do some laundry. I'm a little hungry right now. Yeah, you won't get it? Alright, so we're gonna watch a video on it. Fuck it. Let's see this shit. 3 minutes long.
Hello brains, welcome to my definitions and answers series where I explain common terms related to ADHD. Since this is the first video in the series, let's start with the basics. What is ADHD?
You're thinking of
Attention
shower
deficit
thoughts.
hyperactivity disorder, or
ADHD is when you
a
cannot stay on
neurodevelopmental
one
disorder
topic
as
at all.
defined by the American Psychiatric.
Is when you cannot stay on one topic at all. Okay. I mean, you said I can't read a book? I mean, sometimes I'd be like that. Let me see.
Association
Thank you,
in
Owl.
the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, or DSM. ADHD is currently diagnosed in both children and adults based on the symptoms of inattention and hyperactivity or impulsivity. Two of several signs of inattention include making careless mistakes or having difficulty focusing. A few of the many signs of hyperactivity and impulsivity include fidgeting or restlessness, trouble sitting still, or interrupting and blurting out answers. While everyone does these things sometimes, not everyone has ADHD.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you could do that. All right, they gotta go deeper. Let's see.
An ADHD diagnosis requires at least 6 symptoms that are beyond what is age appropriate, that significantly impair multiple aspects of one's life, such as home, school, and work, that have persisted for at least 6 months, been present since before the age of 12, and can't be better explained by a different condition. Not everyone with ADHD has the same symptoms. In fact, ADHD diagnoses are
I
separated
think I have a
into
better
3
example.
presentations.
Do you know how when you play a match of high-ranked Splatoon and Terry so much shit on the field that's happening at once that you try to juggle all of what's going on? It's kinda like that but mentally.
That sounds terrible. That sounds like you're trying to do more things than you should. Thank you, Owl. We're gonna find out with this video.
Primarily inattentive, primarily hyperactive or impulsive, and combined type. There are different levels of severity, and people with ADHD often have coexisting conditions, such as learning disabilities, anxiety, or depression. They can also be gifted. The term for this is twice exceptional. While there is no cure for ADHD, it is highly treatable. There is no single treatment that works for everyone with ADHD, but the current recommendation based on a ton of research is multimodal treatment. Medication to manage symptoms, and behavioral therapy to develop the skills and strategies.
Is my sister jogging, bro? Because the whole floor started shaking, and I'm like, she's jogging in this fucking heat? Floor started fucking vibrating, and I'm like, yo, I know New York is not having an earthquake right now.
Strategies necessary to minimize impairment. Those with ADHD often struggle with everyday tasks and are at a higher risk for negative life outcomes, such as divorce, job loss, accidents, and addiction. At the same time, many people with ADHD credit their success to the unique ways in which their brain works. ADHD symptoms
Legit,
such
I
as
can't
impulsivity
even
and
focus on the
distractibility
video cause I'm too focused on the square shapes between her pupils. ADHD is a bitch sometimes, haha.
The square shapes between her pupils. You focusing too much on this shit? Nah, she low-key does look like she got goat eyes.
unique ways in which their brain works. ADHD
She got
symptoms
sage
such as
mode
impulsivity
Naruto.
and distractibility can translate into creativity,
Thank you, Owl.
curiosity, a willingness to take risks, and an ability to think outside the box. Fun fact, the name ADHD has only been around since 1987, but the condition itself has been described by physicians at least as early as 1798. So it's nothing new, and our understanding of ADHD is constantly evolving. What it is, what causes it, how it affects us, and how to address it. For example, you might hear many experts refer to it as an executive function disorder. And while this isn't listed in the current DSM, emotional dysregulation is also a well-researched aspect of ADHD. As we learn more and more about ADHD, the definition will definitely be updated in both the DSM and the ICD, which is the other major reference for medical definitions. Whatever we call it, and however we define it, those with ADHD experience its impact on many aspects of their lives. If you'd like to learn more about ADHD, check out my ADHD Essentials playlist here. And if you'd like to support this work, consider donating.
I didn't learn enough. You're gonna have to show me something else.
Pay attention to this important message.
Important?
Did you get any of that? Well, this is how it feels to be me. I have ADHD, which is short for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. It's a fancy name for people who find it hard to concentrate, remember things, and organize themselves.
Nah. You went into the shower by mistake with your clothes on?
Remember things?
No way. That's cap. Ain't no way you forgot to get butt booty naked before going into the shower.
And organize themselves. But you tend to be really curious, creative, and enthusiastic. Imagine your thoughts are planets and your brain is a spaceship. Most people can navigate it easily. They go where they want, when they want, always at the right speed. For example, slowing down to pay attention in class.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Me just being in class, I just hate school. I just be like, ugh, I don't want to listen to somebody yap.
Often feels out of control. Like when my teacher is explaining something, and a word reminds me of something else, which makes me think of another thing. My brain keeps connecting ideas at top speed, till I'm miles away from where I'm supposed to be. My speedy brain can be frustrating, because it doesn't always let me think things through before I do them. Then I feel silly and embarrassed. But ADHD can be an advantage for solving problems. If my brain rocket is pointing in the right direction, I can find solutions faster than other people, and I often think of ideas that nobody else has thought of. I need to move so I can think. Fidgeting, rocking my chair, biting my nails, doodling, even talking. The problem is, adults think I'm choosing not to pay attention, when actually movement is my brain's way of helping me so I don't get distracted. Being so energetic can be an advantage too. I love doing practical jobs and I can be very helpful. I'm endlessly curious and keen to try new activities. My teammates see me as brave, but the truth is that my speedy brain doesn't give me time to think about the risks. When I'm doing things I find interesting, my brain works better. Unfortunately, that's not always the case at school. I often get told off when I'm fidgety or when I've forgotten something. It feels like I can never do anything right, which makes me sad and sometimes angry. I'm usually good at making friends because I'm fun to be around, but sometimes children find me annoying when I don't know when to stop and do silly things without thinking. I feel upset when they don't invite me to things. Maybe their parents are worried because they don't understand ADHD. My doctor gave me medication to help my brain organise my thoughts. Medicine doesn't always work for ADHD people, but luckily it worked for me. The doctor also spoke to my parents, who spoke to my teachers, who spoke to my classmates. And now everyone around me understands about my speedy ADHD brain. They help me point my energy in the right direction, they're more patient with me, and we write down instructions so I don't forget things. They encourage me to take movement breaks and help me make lists and charts so I can organise myself better. 1 in 20 people have ADHD, so you probably already know someone like me. Go and find that person and ask them all about their amazing brain.
This was the cutest animation I've ever seen. Whoever animated this shit, very cute. I think this was a good explanation video. Oh, the comments are disabled. It was very cute. He said, hell, just a year or two ago, I found out that those with ADHD autism have sensory overload for hearing, which can be blocked out no matter what. Which can't be blocked. This is which explained to me why I can hear quite literally everything in a room at once and never be able to block any noise out, or why I'm not a huge fan of loud noises in general, which is also why I'm not much of a party person. You said, does ADHD have to do with struggling attention span? I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I have a struggling attention span, like, because the thing is, it's like learning, for example, right? One thing I know for myself, for example, is like when I'm trying to learn something, I would try to learn, but then it's like, one thing I know for a fact is like my phone could be an easy distraction. I'm trying to learn something, my phone goes off, then I want to look at what's on my phone. Then when I look at something that goes off on my phone, in the middle of me trying to learn something, I'm then trying to juggle 2-3 things at the same time. I'd be like, oh, let me respond to somebody on the internet while I'm trying to learn something. And then let me go check my email while I'm trying to do multiple things at the same time. Multitasking while learning, exactly, is a bad thing. I know I'm not supposed to do that. So that's why usually when I'm trying to learn, I try my hardest to like put my phone away, put it on mute, throw it somewhere away from me.
Why is your brain folded like a week-old McGriddle?
Ooh.
I apologize for life dumping. I'm not sure if this is just a me thing, but I purposefully chose jobs that let me move around a lot because I physically cannot sit down for long periods of time. That's also part of the reason why I'm slow doing art. I'm sometimes thankful for your streams cause it distracts my brain so I can focus on art.
Hey,
even
chillin'.
now, I have a clipboard behind me with tasks I need to do because I simply cannot retain information that easily.
Dope. I hope I'm not distracting you, no. I will make sure I'm not distracting you. You gotta make sure you hit the stuff that you gotta do. Then I'm gonna be like, hey, you are distracting me. I don't want to be a distraction. But I appreciate you, bro. You said, would you take a part in a hunter's exam?